let's talk about what's happening tonight. The celebration kicks off with a sold-out concert featuring some of Detroit's biggest stars.
Yeah, you can bet there's going to be some big names this morning. Michigan Central had another surprise ticket release, but as expected, it sold out within just a few minutes. Tonight, Big Sean, Diana Ross, and Jack White, all of Detroit, will be headlining the 90-minute show. 11 other artists are set to take the stage along with some special guests. The show is produced by Eminem and his manager.
Now, if you are headed out here, if you're coming to the concert, the event has pedestrian traffic only. Ride shares like Uber and Lyft will be able to do drop-offs at 2 locations. There's one on Michigan Avenue, the other's at the Fisher Freeway Service Road and 14th Street. And if you're driving, got to keep an eye out for parking. Check out the MGM Grand and 2 Bedrock locations.
Also, something to keep in mind, small bags are allowed at the concert. They have to be no larger than 4.5 by 6.5 inches, and they will be checked by security. Any larger bags must be clear and can't be any bigger than 12 by 6 by 12 inches. Anything that's denied entry cannot be stored. Guests can bring cameras, but professional equipment does need to have credentials.
And if you're not coming down here, if you're not going to make it out to the station, don't worry. It will be live streamed starting at 8:30. There are also plenty of watch parties happening throughout the city. And on your screen, you can see just a few of those locations. Now, one of the places we mentioned on that list is, of course, the iconic Slo's Barbecue.
Yeah, and iconic indeed. The business opened on the corner of Michigan Avenue and 14th back in 2005. Owners say they've seen the station develop over the years.
Quite a bit. CBS News Detroit's Andres Gutierrez went out to Slo's to find out how they got ready for this big day. What'd you find, Andres?
Well, Shana, the executive chef at Slo's, told me that Michigan Central reopening was never in their business plan when they first opened. Yes, they are hosting one of the watch parties here in Corktown that you can bet will be hopping because they're doing their part to make sure that everyone who comes out has a good time and some good eats.
Got more brisket. Juice is running out of it. You see it, juice.
At Slo's Barbecue, they've stocked up on all the staples gearing up for this big day that for this establishment has been 19 years in the making.
We didn't know if it would come back, but we wanted to do something cool. And now, you know, the neighborhood's turned into this great spot. There's people coming in from all over the world to experience what we're doing in Corktown. And it's been great.
The staff is ready for an onslaught of hungry concert goers this evening.
So it's been a steady lunch, and we're expecting a really good dinner.
Across the street at the Mercury Burger Bar, it's all hands on deck.
But unlike the NFL draft, we were not in the footprint there. We are not only in the footprint, we're at ground zero here at the Mercury.
Owner Dennis Fulton anticipates welcoming what will likely be the largest crowd since they first opened 10 years ago.
We're hoping that this becomes the destination spot that we envisioned 10 years ago when we opened up. 10 years ago, there was nothing on Michigan Avenue. Very few bars, restaurants, because Tiger Stadium used to be here. Once that moved out, it went down. And then with a vision, entrepreneurs came in and have taken over, and it's really jumped up.
Tonight, there's one performer he'd love to see walk in.
Well, you know, we got Diana Ross. She's a Motown girl. She's a Detroit girl. I'd love to see her. And I'll welcome her inside here, too, for dinner.
And now, those who are lucky enough to have a ticket for tonight's concert will have plenty of options to eat. There are several food trucks of all kinds lining the perimeter of Roosevelt Park. So plenty of good eats out here to be had. So we're now just waiting for the performers to take the stage. Reporting live in Corktown, Andres Gutierrez, CBS News, Detroit.
Andres, I think we forget amid all of our excitement just how extra exciting this is for those restaurant owners. Incredible. I hope you had at least a good meal or two today between the restaurants and the food trucks. Have fun out there.